Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. In the last part, we got back here to Chucklehuck Woods after getting the first Beanstar piece, and now we're going to continue on because there's something we can do here now that we have everything. Or have more stuff at least. Now you might remember when we were actually here the first time, to the left of the save log as I showed you, there is a giant Koopa. We know how to deal with these guys now. Or so I thought. There we go. And now we can progress on to a new area of Chucklehuck Woods. With some coin blocks. And, normal... I was about to say normal mushrooms are kind of worthless, but no they're not, because that's still a good, I think, 25 HP, and we have around 80, so... No, I have to wonder, how easy are specialized runs with this? Specialized runs being, of course, when you only do certain stats. And then again, I don't even think a lot of the stats have caps in this game. Well, they probably do, but you probably won't be able to get there easily. There's a snail there, and as we'll talk to it soon enough, we'll find that we actually can't progress that way yet. We'll be able to do that eventually. Got a bean up here, which is pretty hard to miss because you can see it in plain sight. Because, yeah, outsiders are not allowed through, so we need to do something first before we can progress down there. And then there's this random little clearing here. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. If you guys could tell me in the comments, though, that'll be way in the future for me, at least. Because, it's only the 11th of June, currently. Anyway, we need 500 coins to do this. This is a part of the game that does take up some coins, actually, because... well... money is not that hard to come by, actually. I think I have around over 5,000. And talking to this guy will allow us to do what we can do here in the Winkle Coliseum. Which is a minigame, that's kind of weird. Welcome to Chocola Bounce. For those of you familiar with Brick Breaker, it's a fairly similar concept. Pretty much we need to beat the high score, and the way we do so is by bouncing the energy balls off the metal pole into them. Then, every now and then you'll get a golden mushroom drop, which is essentially a shield, because when you get hit, you spin in a circle. And the shield will actually bounce back in the direction that you were hit from, as an attack. And as I noticed here, you can actually move. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. Well, at least this specific minigame, at least. Also, all I can say is when looking at the little heads that shoot at the balls, which there are two of, by the way, there's small ones and larger ones. All I can think of is Octoroks. Now, every time you get hit, you not only do get spun around, but your time also decreases, but honestly... you don't really need time. There's more than enough to get over 20. If you're going for specific high scores, maybe, and for all I know, this actually might be another way to get beans. I'm not exactly sure of that, though. I didn't even notice I got two. Huh. Really, though, this game actually can get kind of strategic in terms of being better at it. Because as you notice probably now, the more you destroy, the smaller the targets get, essentially. Luckily, though, it's not that hard. Just is a bit time-consuming, honestly. That takes a good 1.5 to 2 minutes. But for beating that, we got the Winkle card. And now we can progress back past that snail a couple rooms back. And then well, not, I was about to say then be done with Chucklehuck Woods for good, but there's still a couple things we have to do here when it comes to doing something next part. And now they acknowledge us as the Coliseum Champions, and we can progress onwards. There's a nut to the left, which I recommend you get right now, by the way. But the Beanstar piece is right up here, and... oh, you are kidding me.
Oh, what's this? Boo, I say. You guys again? But I found this treasure first. It's mine, see?
Nope. Nope. Keep trying.
Oh, you failed. Oh, sure, you guys are real tough teaming up on me. Don't think you can beat me just because I'm alone. It's my solo debut on the battle line, see?
By the way, sorry for coughing every now and then. I'm going through a bit of a weird, nasally, cold, sniffle thing. Anyway, individual boss against Popple, and for some reason the coins that he throws are really glitchy for me. Popple, for being alone, is actually one of the hardest bosses with him. He has that one attack which obviously throws bombs, poison mushrooms, and coins, and normal mushrooms even. But he also has this one attack he'll do later on, I think, where he can steal your hammers from you, and he can steal both hammers as well. Meaning, once you do that, you won't be able to defend against it. In fact, I think it's this attack right there. Luckily, it's easy enough to time. Other than that, though, he doesn't really have much threat to him. He has about 5 or 400 HP, one of the two, I forget which. Though if you lower his defense with Thunder Bros, he's no trouble at all. Also, Fire Bros is there, I suppose. It's really slow and not that strong, although I think it's probably very. I do believe it is much better against enemies who are weak to fire. And I still have yet to pull that off successfully. How do I do that? Also, as you might notice, Fire Bros actually burned him. The burn status works very similarly to stuttering and failing to speak the language, apparently. I swear I'm a junior. Essentially, the Fire Brothers attack has a chance of burning the enemy. Very similarly to Pokemon, it'll do damage as time goes. It doesn't have attack, though. But yeah, for beating Popple there, we very quickly get the second Beanstar piece. Like I mentioned last part, the other Beanstar pieces are much quicker to get.
No, but I'm not giving up, see?
How did you even... Okay, then. I think there's only one more appearance of him in the game. I think. I'm not sure. From what I hear, there is. Because remember, this is to an extent blind. And we're back in, Bean Town, or I forget what it's called, actually. Now, there's nothing really new here at the equipment shops and such that I'm interested in, so I'm just going to progress onwards to the West Bean area. Now, the thing is, the next Beanstar piece is actually located directly to the north of the castle. However, there's a bit of a small side stuff we can do along the way, including going underneath this gate, which is the much... Well, actually, it's not really more minor, it's actually kind of useful. What's over here but another green pipe? Which I'm not going to use other than just activating it. Yay! Though that is pretty helpful for quick travel. Then again, they all are. Meh. Anyway, finally there's an enemy I can show off which I can completely destroy now. These are Tanoombas. Combinations of Tanukis from Mario 3 and Goombas. As you can see, I take them out in one hit. You're supposed to come here much earlier on, but I'm here now. In terms of attacks, they can either go right in front of you and try to attack you with their tail, or they can transform into one of the brothers, and then they'll attack the brother that they didn't transform into. Fairly simple stuff. Anyway, activate Thunder Hand here for a new little side area. And it's up here that we can find some certain little minigame areas, as I just said. The first one here, the gimmick, is these Simule blocks, which I think only appear here. As you notice, hitting one of them doesn't do anything, and what you have to do is hit them both simultaneously with both brothers, as the name would imply. It's pretty much just small little platforming puzzles. I actually had to remind myself how they worked first. And that's the first one done. There's only 3 little games with, quote-unquote games with them, and they're all pretty easy. Usually it involves leaving Luigi behind, or Mario if he's in the back, I suppose. But Luigi always gets left behind, as sad as that is to say, because Luigi's better than Mario. Then again, how many people say that again? Probably a lot. This one's kind of tricky if you don't think about it. What you have to do is essentially jump, but make sure Luigi doesn't. Or Mario yet again. And by doing that, we can come over here to what is, I believe, a Monty Mole. And he gives you the wool trousers. They'll give you certain equipment items. The Shroom trousers, or wool trousers, lower my defense by 20, but they give you auto HP regain. What that essentially is, for those of you familiar with Final Fantasy, is the regen spell, meaning as every time your turn comes or so, you'll regain some HP. Or at least that's what I'm assuming. I've actually never used it. But I shall soon enough, I suppose, because I know for a fact a certain rare drop I want to try and get requires, or has that. Those of you who have played the game and know of a certain mini-boss coming up know what I'm talking about, likely. I probably structured that sentence poorly, but I don't care. Anyway, next I'll put Luigi underneath this grate and hit that exclamation point block, so we can reunite with Mario, because you can't progress otherwise without some sort of hacking. And once you're over here again, start spin jumping and use these other platforms to the southwest. And then get blindsided by a swarm, or swarm, rather. And activate Zebu's statue. And then go over to the right and then hit, hammer this wall area for another cave. And as you'll notice here, this is a mini area. Pretty much the way you do this, hit Mario with it in the head, and then just progress onwards. For what is a Mario 1 platforming section. Complete with the game over music and everything. It's fairly simple. The spark movement patterns might throw you off, and you cannot hit them. But it's overall easy. One part that it can be kind of painful from that I remember is this part, because they can be rather hard to dodge at times. But right at the end, you get the Iron Pants. Now the thing is with these is that they are extremely good on the defense. I think they raised my current defense by 30, so a total of maybe 60 defense upgraded. But the thing is about them is that they have the heavy G ailment on them. What that essentially means is that, I think it was during the Cackletta battle, I mentioned the fact that if you fell into those holes, you got heavy. That essentially nerfs, well not really nerfs, makes your characters automatically heavy, meaning that your jumping in battle is much faster and is harder to time. So I'm not going to use them. But either way, welcome to the Yoshi Theater. Hey, that's the thing I need.
Hey, what's with you two? You can't just waltz up and start talking to my master. You weasels, look at you. There's no doubt in my mind that you've come looking for money. Well, I'll have you know that my master is very busy. He doesn't have time to waste on the likes of you. Be off! Off, I say! Huh? The Beanstar? Busted into 4 pieces? Master, you mustn't listen. You can't listen. All this talk is just meant to swindle you out of your money again. It's all lies! Lies!
Nice little Yoshi's Island reference there. Silence, you twit! And with that, please excuse me. What's that? There's something on my face? You say I look like Bubbles, the legendary soda maker? That's because I'm Bubbles' younger brother. It is apparently fabulous. My name is Bottle. Younger brother of the legendary soda maker. As you can see, I'm rich enough to own my own theater. I also happen to be president of the Yoshi Fan Club. Well, that explains the get-up.
This theater was designed by a Yoshi-loving chap specifically for the enjoyment of the Yoshis.
So, what did you want to talk about? I see, you just have to have the decoration on the side. Yes, of course. Fine, fine. I suppose I could decorate the sign with something else and give this sparkling thing to you.
No, you mustn't. Master, you mustn't.
Fool! Get egged. However, only one condition. This sign is my theater's face. You must find something else that can be used to decorate my grand sign, understood?
Why, do you mean neon eggs?
Yes, I shall trade you this for the 7 brilliant colors of the neon eggs.
Impossible, Master. Washed up middle-aged men such as these can never get on the neon eggs.
Oh, you little... You deserve this one, dude. Ha! Will the two of you agree to this? When Yoshis eat a particular kind of food, they lay neon eggs, or so they say. Inside that movie theater are 7 hungry Yoshis, so find that particular food and give it to the Yoshis inside. Once you get a neon egg, it means the Yoshi's stomach is filled. It also means everyone's happy. Right?
Incredible, Master. Not only thinking of yourself, but of all the Yoshis as well. You two, don't just stand there staring. Thank my master. And once you're done thanking him, hurry up and get those neon eggs.
Now that you mention it, there is someone in this theater who's well-versed on neon eggs. You should talk to that individual about what food makes Yoshis lay neon eggs and where to find it. Alrighty. Well, with that, and us getting here to the Yoshi Theater, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Well, more accurately, end it off inside. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. I love all the references in the background to Kirby, Wario, Mario, and Luigi, and Starfy are of all things. And next time on Let's Play Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, we'll be talking to that certain individual, finding out what food they need, and starting the search for them, but not quite at the same time, due to one particular thing I want to do first. See you guys then.